In 4 years, OGCI has become a driving force in the industry. We have 10 of the largest oil and gas companies in the world committed to reducing our carbon footprint.
Imagine this. The Oil and Gas Climate Initiative is bringing 10 competitors together to achieve something that is much bigger than the sum of parts.
We are sharing all the knowledge that each company has on their own operations and translate all these actions into the benefit for the climate change into the world.
OGCI is moving very fast because it is CEO-led, and the CEOs are very motivated about what OGCI should achieve.
What's at stake for the industry is a dual challenge of reducing emissions and a world by 2040 that will need a third more energy. So if you can imagine by 2040, there'll be a whole nother United States and a whole nother China out there looking for energy. And at the same time, we've got to reduce emissions in half.
What is going to be needed is a significant amount of technology, innovation and development. And who better placed to make sure that these things really come into effect than the industry itself?
You need collaborative action. There are about 150 to 200 people working on a daily basis from all these 10 companies together. We have selected 4 topics that are critical: CCUS, gas and methane emissions, energy efficiency, and transportation. We have set up a very powerful investment fund that is catalyzing knowledge and innovation in these 4 streams.
OGCI Climate Investments is a $1 billion fund with a mandate to lower the greenhouse gas footprint of the energy and the industrial sectors. What we look for is technologies and solutions that are economically viable. Today is our first venture day. We are focused on detecting, measurement, and mitigation of methane. We put up part of $20 million. We got 56 applicants from all over the world. And we saw 10 companies today pitching very, very innovative technologies.
One of the great advantages of OGCI is we have vast ways we can deploy technologies at scale, which is always what startups need.
Kairos does very large-scale methane surveys, which give oil and gas companies a complete picture of the emissions in their oil fields.
At Clark Valve, we've developed an entirely new valve platform with a valve technology that has much lower fugitive emissions.
Money from these customers who have access to these markets and who have a great deal of knowledge about how we should be behaving with them, that's a huge win for us.
So the changes that the world demands, reducing emissions is not necessarily a threat to companies. It's actually a great opportunity for us to change our business models, do what we do better, continue to reduce emissions.
One of the main commitments that we had in 2017 was the launch of the methane study project that we are implementing with the UN Environment and the Environmental Defense Fund to make an assessment of the areas of the world in which there is a serious lack of reliable data. So we are moving to implement a series of independent scientific studies.
Companies are helping to unlock the barriers for CCUS. Currently, there's 17 projects in operation, but there needs to be more. Deploying more projects along with transportation and storage hubs are going to be the key to reducing costs significantly.
We have the technology, the financial capacities, and so we have decided collectively to be part of the solution.
We are proud to be a founding member of the Oil and Gas Climate Initiative, which multiplies our individual efforts into collaborative action.
We started 4 years ago. Now we are committing together, we are investing together.
The objectives we have for climate are not just extremely tough to achieve, but also we don't have a lot of time. So this is no time for competition. This is for holding hands.
It's been a very good start, but in many ways it's only the end of the beginning. The future is ahead of us and we need to continue to challenge each other.
We must deliver on our goals, continue to be pragmatic in our actions, and cooperative in our leadership. I'm personally looking forward to more good work together.
We hope that the steps we are taking in the OGCI will lead the way to some other industries to take advantage of our knowledge to have a more sustainable approach in their day-to-day operations.
And I think if we look back, I hope we'll have enabled some of the best technology in the world. And I hope it just becomes standard. It's all part of this grand energy transition that we're all going to be part of, because that's what the world needs.